is serenity, meditative state of mind, peacefulness, right? And most importantly, the love energy, like I would like to repeat again. So all of these emotions, they have various different frequencies. And not just that, each human being, each person has their some predominant spectrum of frequencies that they keep going back to. Now, while we go through various different emotions, okay, we go through various different frequencies, but as each individual is different from the other, there are few certain predominant frequencies which are more stronger because we lean more towards them. So we keep going back to feeling these predominant frequencies. Now, and if these predominant frequencies are associated with a negative emotion, or if they are low frequencies, so there is low frequencies and high frequencies. So if they are sort of low frequencies, automatically it is going to bring a negative influence. And this negative influence sort of leaves a lot of disharmonies in our frequency spectrum. So each person has a different journey. But what is common between each of us is that we all have our independent, predominant frequencies, just the way each emotion has a frequency. So on the journey called life, we go through many different kinds of traumas and separation, starting from birth, of course. So the first trauma that we go through, or the first pain, I would like to call trauma as emotional pain that we go through, is getting separated from the mother, right? That is where it starts from. It all starts from there. So the different traumas and separation that we keep going through in our life, after a point, as we grow older, we realize, okay, let's move on, something untoward happened. But we decide कि नहीं, चलो हमें आगे बढ़ना है, and we want to move on for good. Now, what we don't realize is that though maybe we have moved on, but the frequencies that are associated with traumas, separation, hatred, grief, anger, envy, feeling of loss, are stored in the specific areas of our body and mind, thus affecting our consciousness constantly. Various studies say there is a very direct correlation between certain emotions and the accompanying physical issues that a person feels. Okay, so for example, it was observed, this is just a general information, for example, it was observed that people who feel a lot of anger, or people who, actually it was done in past, so people who felt a lot of anger basically, often it was observed that they end up suffering with something related with liver or gallbladder trouble. And then there are people who felt grief, a lot of grief. It was observed that they suffered with or had some or the other imbalance or trouble with lung and colon issues. What does this tell us? What does this tell us? Well, this tells us that we as humans, we store emotions. And not just us as humans, all the living organisms, they store emotions. Now on your screen, you see something called as the emotional frequency scale. Okay, what you see is a emotional frequency scale. So what is this emotional frequency scale? On your, I'm going to just show you the laser light, so it's easy. Yeah, okay. Now, as you can see that there are numbers on the left side. Okay, and then on the right, extreme right side, you can see there is low frequency and there is high frequency. Okay, now every time we are feeling fear, fear could be anything, right? Fear could be fear of the presentation, fear of meeting new people, fear of new business, fear of failing, fear of not able to remember when we are going to write the exams. Fear to kuch bhi ho sakta hai, right? So every time when we are going through fear, or we feel fear, we generate a low frequency, probably rated on a scale of. What happens is that when we are creating a negative frequency or a negative emotion, automatically it collides with your existing higher frequency. Let's say you are feeling loved because you are next to your partner or your spouse or your parent, and then suddenly आपको गुस्सा आ गया. So you yet love them. Nobody is saying you do not feel the love for them. What happens is your love frequency collided with that of the fear or that of the anger. And what happens is that this unwanted collision washes away the good frequencies that you have created. So now what is the solution regarding this collision? If collision is a problem, trust me, collision is also the solution. Okay. I would like to explain this ahead. So if collision is the solution, what does this mean? Now the collision of energy is necessary to let go of the unwanted negativity. So for the unwanted negativity to wash off, when I say unwanted negativity, it means all the low frequencies. So if you want to let go of the unwanted frequencies, you need to collide this consciously with the higher frequencies. In layman language, आज की तारीख में अगर जो हम headphones खरीदने जाते हैं, so there is a feature called as noise cancellation. Do you know of this feature called as noise cancellation? The headphones are readily available in the market, right? So all of us want a noise cancellation headphones. What do the noise cancellation headphones actually do? Because the theory or the concept of emotional frequency collision is almost same as that of the headphones we buy. So the headphones that we buy, it has a option called as noise cancellation. What does it do during this process of noise cancellation? So क्या कर रहे हैं कि हम हमारा favorite song तो सुन ही रहे हैं, but we are also using noise cancellation technique to stop listening to the negativity from outside, from the unwanted noise outside. So what the headphones does is that the headphones sense the frequency of the external sound waves and produce a opposite frequency in order to level out the sound waves. In this process, we end up creating a counter energy, okay, a counter energy, and then transfer this counter energy to block the unwanted negative energy patterns. So this is a concept of collision of energy, on which I feel Soul Cycle is an amazing program that is based out of. So moving on to the next page, Soul Cycle program was consciously created to reharmonize the negative frequencies. So it is a beautiful program you can use when you want to feel loved, when you want to feel supported, when you want to promote inner peace, or you want to bring the inner peace into your life and spectrum. If you wish to let go of the fears, Soul Cycle program is for you. If there are lots of fears, especially from the past, then Soul Cycle is the correct kind of help to invite into your life. If you want to realize your unwanted emotions, and most importantly, you want to then release them and live your life, and by increasing the potential of you and improve the quality, then Soul Cycle is a beautiful program for you. So on your screen, you can see that there are total 12 beautifully designed programs in Soul Cycle. Acceptance, serenity, burden, emotions, aura pure, happy, confidence, inner balance, power reserve, self-confidence, energy balance, and stimulation. Let's get on to quickly seeing these programs. They are very interesting, very easy to understand. I'm also going to make it very, very easy for all of us. The first program is called acceptance. Acceptance क्या है? Most importantly, acceptance क्यों होना चाहिए? Let's see. Now, acceptance is one such skill set that will help you manage your reaction to the change outside. There are so many things that are constantly happening around us. Certain things we are able to control and change. So there is probably no need for acceptance. And then there are certain experiences that, that cause chaos. But so all you have to do is go to your soul cycle, go run the acceptance program, and you will see that you are able to help. You are able to help yourself. This program is specially designed to support you to build your inner strength and ability to accept, and thus manage your untoward or unwanted negative reaction. Okay, so it's an amazing preventive program. Now the next program is called Serenity. Serenity is a good program to use when, let's say, you have already accepted the circumstances, or when you are already at peace but you want to maintain your peace. Remember, soul cycle works in three different parts. One is negative to positive spectrum, second is maintaining a positive spectrum, and third is acceptance and then going towards feeling the love. Okay, so Serenity is a program that you should be using when you are already in a state of inner peace, when you are feeling at peace with yourself, when you are not angry, you are cool, you are relaxed, you are fine, you are happy, and you want to maintain this mood. You have to use the Serenity program. Also, Serenity program, I feel, is a good program to use after using the acceptance program. Okay, please make a note of it. Pull out your books and pens. Please make notes of this. Okay, so I just feel that acceptance is a good program that helps in terms of accepting and being open to embracing whatever is going on and getting rid of the chaos. After the chaos is no more present, and you feel peaceful, you feel that you are better, you can use the Serenity program. So things that we cannot change, and yet if they are causing you frustration and mental irritation, anger, okay, grudge, grudge from the past, let's say there is a land you lost in the past, there is a job that you lost in the past, and there is anger yet in your mind, inside your mind, then Serenity and acceptance are good programs to use for that. Now the next program is burden. When should you use burden? So for example, let's say, have you been, I'm sure all of us have been in a situation जहाँ पे लगता है कि chest पे you are literally roaming around by lifting around 10 kgs on your chest. Do you feel there is a, do you feel that shoulders पे बहुत सारा pressure है, and there is a lot of baggage, emotional baggage, tension का baggage, life related thought processes का baggage? Do you feel that way? So let's say if you are experiencing the burden and you are going through and you feel the negative energies are constantly becoming heavier on you. You're constantly slipping easily into the negative scale of emotional frequencies. Remember, we saw the scale in the back. So if you're going lower instead of higher in the emotional spectrum, okay, it automatically means there is a lot of burden on you. There's a lot of negative energy ka burden or emotional burden on you. And that is something that is going to prevent you from progressing in your life, because we do not just generate emotions. We do not just feel the negative energies. We actually store them in our body. They live inside our body. So when they live inside the body, they are obviously going to block the positive energies that you are creating. So Burden is a beautiful program that can help you bring the progress back in your everyday life by letting go of the unwanted negative energies and releasing the entire unwanted cycle of energies. So it supports you in your release of unwanted energies. Okay. Now the next program is emotions. If you see these programs closely, you may feel ये कितने आजू बाजू वाले program हैं, but they are all yet so different because they literally help you balance your emotional scale that you are generating in terms of emotions and frequencies. So the next program that we have on the page is called emotions. Now emotions I think dominate our entire well-being and life. Emotions are inevitable to produce. It is extremely difficult for most people to stay in a neutral state of mind or to constantly probably feel the love. Basis of these emotions, you are going to assess the situation and evaluate it, and then well make a choice. And now, after you have made the choice, what happens? Is that emotion entirely out of your system? No. So you can use the emotions in this area also. Second place where you can use the emotions program is when you want to make a choice, but there is a lot of chaos in the mind. There are a lot of unwanted negative frequencies hovering inside your mind, because of which clarity of mind, which is required for a true assessment of life choices, is getting blocked. In these experiences, you can use the emotions program from the soul cycle page. We then have the Aura Pure program. Aura Pure program is a beautiful program created with aura purification frequencies, which can help you when you are feeling negative feelings such as anger, bad thoughts, grief, apathy, shame, guilt, okay, feeling tired, feeling irritated, right? When you're feeling all of these things, it is immediately going to impure your aura. And let's say you are not going through negative emotions, but let's say कि आपका दिन आज hectic गया है, after a hectic day you are feeling low, भूख लगी है and you are feeling low, you're feeling irritated, you're feeling listless, you feel you are just done with the day, you do not wish to do anything, and you are so stuck, you are so sensitive that अगर जो किसी ने कुछ शायद घर पे कहा तो it's pretty much easy for you to just blast on them. So what happens is that because you are feeling tired, you are listless, your energy level is low. So it's easier for you to slip into negative emotions, thus generating low negative frequencies, which will in return pollute your aura. So the Aura Pure program is specifically designed to support you in purifying your energetic field. Now the next program is happiness. Happiness is easy, but happiness is also difficult. And most importantly, happiness is extremely wanted by all of us. Happiness is more than just feeling good. Happiness is deeper. Happiness is not something that all of us would like momentarily. We may probably want to capture happiness more. कैसे इसको अपने साथ और रख लें? So what is happiness? Happiness in the language of frequencies is combating the negative thoughts and approaching every day with optimism. Well, sounds so good, but pretty difficult to achieve. That is why we have the happiness program in Soul Cycle, where everyone, like I said in the past, in the before when I started the presentation, that the key towards positive emotions, the key towards feeling better, the key towards emotional well-being is right inside you. It's equally inside me. It's inside all of us. So everyone carries a key for positive thinking. And thus, if we are able to constantly use this key, we are able to create a happier life. So the frequencies from these programs, they are designed to help you positively align your energetic field. The next portion of Soul Cycle page has programs which are called as confidence, inner balance, power reserve, and so on. So the first program is confidence. I do not want you to confuse confidence with self-confidence, which is here, and that is why I have tried to label this alongside each other. So when it is not self-confidence, but it is just confidence, what does it mean? So what does this program do is that confidence program is an amazing program that is designed to stimulate and help you build better connection with yourself. Often in life, because of different experiences that we go through, we can easily feel fearful. We can easily feel nervousness. Now, when there is fear, fear can be good and then fear can be bad. Every emotion has a two sides for it.